my daddy's make it hurt.
What's up? 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 I'm here. I'm here. And make no mistake about it, I'm here. I'm here. So you ain't never got to wonder. I'm in the building. What's going on, everybody? On tonight, Monday night, a little past 7 o'clock, which means, of course, that it is time for Big Time Show that is being seen and heard live right now as we speak. Facebook on the Big Time Show channel on YouTube, on the Big Time Show channel there. It is now on Twitch live and on X or Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, live right now. We're live. I hope that you guys are here. I hope that you guys would do me a favor and share to your Cowboy groups. To if you're an Eagle fan, go ahead and share with your Eagle fans, because of course I'm quite sure you guys are still celebrating in a mighty way. Anytime the Eagles and the Cowboys, play. Bragging rights game. So without a doubt, you Eagle fans got the bragging rights for the day, without a doubt, in grand fashion. Just annihilation again for the Cowboys, and we'll get into that in a moment. Let me start off the first thing as everybody comes in. Happy Veterans Day to all my fellow soldiers, whether you're in the Marine Corps or whether you're in the Navy or the Air Force. And of course, last but certainly not least, all of us that served in the United States Army, we never forget. For all of you, happy Veterans Day. All of us played a part in some shape or form in the building or the continuation of the freedom and the safety of this country. Happy Veterans Day. I hope you guys especially enjoyed your day. Quite sure many of you ate somewhere for free. I'm quite sure you enjoying yourself. Maybe some of y'all are still out. I mean, I don't know how it is across the country, but here in Memphis, restaurants all over are recognized veterans. So you just about could eat almost anywhere for free. So I'm quite sure you at least took advantage of that. Personally, I didn't. I did not go to work today. My day, you understand. And just some days you just need to take off. And I did that today. And I spent my day working. I spent my day grilling today. It's just my relaxation. I enjoy doing that, and so I did that first part of the day and almost half of the day actually. So I did that, and I enjoyed myself. So that was my definition of having a good time. In the words of the great Beyonce, it was just me, myself, and I on the grill. Me and some charcoal, some wood chips. You know, I enjoyed myself. So grateful for all of you that are here and hanging with your boy today. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? A lot of people are in here so far. I'm gonna speak to everybody in just a second. As you come in, go ahead and share. Everybody come in. If you're coming in, go ahead and hit your that like button. If you're on YouTube, double tap the screen. If you're on Facebook, you just hit that like button there. If you don't mind, I'm asking maybe a minimum of 25 likes per person, if you don't mind. That'll send them a message to the algorithm that it's an interesting show that's on there. If y'all would recommend me to that would be nice. If not, hey, just chill out with me. You can do it very quickly. If I say 25, all you got to do is double tap it. If you're on YouTube, watch how quickly that thumbs up goes. So you just have to double tap it like this. Facebook, just hit that thumb. You can have it done within the first 35 seconds, if that long. You can do that. So let's go ahead and get this party started real quickly as we talk about the Cowboys. I'm amazed by Dak Prescott. He has impeccable timing, and he has such a great he has a way of avoiding things even if it's by mistake. I know this ain't got nothing to do with yesterday, but I'm just noticing the last thing that we're going to hear from Dak Prescott, just in case everybody hadn't heard, I think he had his other opinion today, where I believe that it's been confirmed that he is going to have surgery as expected, and he will be done for the year. But what I'm amazed by is that's the last thing. But what I'm amazed by is that his image just can't take a hit. I mean, the last thing we saw and heard from him was on the sideline where a camera picked it up and he said that the Cowboys, he said, we effing suck. That's what he said. We effing suck, right? Well, when he hurt himself, he did not get in front of the media. He did not to answer questions or anything that. So he didn't get a chance to elaborate on what he said, and that would have been very interesting just to hear him talk about it. So he gets to escape because he's not talking to the media no more. So that's the last thing. I just thought that I'm just thinking out loud. That's something to just, he gets to escape. While on the other hand, which we'll get into later, Michael Parsons, however, he didn't escape. So Michael Parsons, of course, gets caught, and he just set the national media on fire today with what he said, and everybody's talking about what he said and all that, and nobody's talking about the game. So in a way, Michael Parsons, in his own strange way, has taken the heat off the Cowboys and the performance by simply talking about, or at least with the way they perceived it, is the coach. Isn't that amazing? So it's mind-boggling. We'll get into that in just in a little bit. But let me speak to everybody that's here. Got a lot of people here so far. I believe YouTube is on fire. Oh my God. YouTube is on fire today, so I know it's a lot of Eagle fans in here. Got to be. Hey, Miss Ty, see you. John, what's up? Chris, what's up? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for happy Veterans Day to everybody that served. Happy Veterans Day. G-Ball, what's up? Kevin, Kari, what's up, brother? JM, Beatrice, what's up? Terry, JM, don't feel sorry for us. Hey, this is, I'll get into that in a second. It's almost planned this way. I'm not, you know, I'm not. Hey, my auntie on here. Hey, Auntie Evan. Hey, Jay Spencer, how you doing? Drew, what's going on? Eagle fan himself, yeah. Keystone, what's going on? JD, what's up? What's up? Man, I appreciate all you guys hanging with me. Hope you guys can hang with me for a little while. And let's just talk about this. The way I look at this is just a group therapy session. And we might as well just start, you know, the way I'm looking at it, I'm just going to start calling my show the group therapy session. It ain't for stats. It ain't for, you know, hey, Matthew, I see you. It ain't for X's and O's. It ain't for none of that. It's just a place. My show's just going to be a place where we can all come here and just vent and ain't nobody going to be wrong. Everybody going to be right. Because if I was to ask you, okay, pinpoint the problem, I guarantee you is we're going to have a few, you know, a lot of us going to have the same answer, but there going to be some other answers. What's going on? I see JD in here. JD already started it up. JD's comment, he's saying we need a complete rebuild from top to bottom. Ain't no one off season going to fix this unless you are building just to be a wild card team. I like that, JD, and I can actually come against that a little bit, and I'll show you why. I'm going to leave your comment up just for a second to come back to that, because I think that's awesome. That's a great, good opening statement there. And really, your statement kind of covers a lot of stuff that I'm going to talk about tonight. All right. So let's just go ahead and start with the game first. And let me just go and say this. Did we practice last week? I mean, good God. I mean, did we practice? I mean, let's start off there. Did we practice? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Dak get hurt in the game last week? Okay, which means that Cooper Rush and Trey Lance probably got some. You know, I know Cooper Rush did. I don't know how many reps Trey Lance got, but I know Cooper Rush got plenty of reps last week. And from the reps last week, for all y'all that love, you know, Cooper Rush, you gonna sit and tell me that this man threw for 13 for 23 for 45 yards in a game? You know, I realized he didn't play the whole game because Lance got in, but did we practice last week? I just can somebody that's what we got out of practice. I mean, the man threw. I know he threw. I know he threw for at least 45 yards in practice. I mean, good God. I mean, God. I mean, and that average out to be. Listen to this, y'all. Y'all already know the stat. 2 yards per passing attempt. 2, which virtually means since he was in the pistol this week, y'all saw that. He was in the pistol. That means he threw it to the line of scrimmage. That's 2 yards from the pistol position. 2 yards in attempt. Did we practice? Somebody ain't answered me the question yet. I'm looking in the chat. Did we practice this week? Did we? Was it another bye week? I mean, God, what? 2 yards per passing attempt? 2 yards. Is this my son? My son, who played flag football, did more than that. Way more. Two yards, man. Was anybody out there? I mean, maybe y'all got some some inside people. I'm not privileged to be, got inside knowledge, and some of you guys may know. I mean, man, I could blow the ball for 2 yards. I could hike the ball, get under the ball, and blow my breath on the ball, and the ball gonna roll for 2 yards in the attempt. I mean, was we? You got to be kidding me, man. 2 yards? I mean, Lord have mercy in here. Somebody help me. Did a whole week of practice, film study, scout team defense, scout team offense. You're going against the Eagles. The scout team defense is running pretty much what Philadelphia runs. And you gonna sit and tell me, man, that this man threw for 45 yards and y'all swear up and down Cooper Rush is better than Dak, and Cooper Rush is all this, and finally we gonna throw the ball down the field, and I'm not gonna blame Cooper Rush for that. I'll get into that in just a second. But you got to be kidding me, man. We had it. Oh Lord, here go Kid Cowboy. See, it ain't nothing you can say, Kid Cowboy, because the reason why you said that Cooper Rush is better than Dak is because of what he showed you a couple years ago, in which he threw for more than 45 yards in a game, 2 yards per passing attempt. He did better. That's the reason why you said he's better than that. You can't complete what it was, 13 for 23. That ain't good, but that ain't just raggedy. But 45 yards? What in the world? I mean, let me start with that. I thought, let me get off Cooper, because he just did what the coach told him to do. Oh, look, ain't this something, y'all? Y'all look at Kid Cowboy. Isn't it amazing how he always say the people make excuses for that? And look at here, he in here making excuses for Cooper Rush. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You just can't. I got a Cooper Rush apologist in here. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? We ought to all just. I mean, this man, Dak would throw for 320 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he'll like to lock in on 1 interception and go throughout. Never give him credit at all for nothing. But now y'all look at his comments. He in here making excuses for Cooper Rush, the 2-yard man. Are you kidding me? I mean, 2 yards, man. Let me get off that. Let me go to. I don't want to spend my time, because Cooper Rush is not the reason why we lost the game. So I'm not gonna do like Kid Cowboy and blame Dak for everything. I'm not gonna blame Cooper Rush for that. However, his very first, I got a couple questions, just a couple of questions. If you're not convinced by now, okay? If you're not convinced by now that Mike McCarthy is horrible as a play caller, then you had this whole week. You had a backup quarterback playing. You also knew, obviously, that you were going to play Trey Lance a little bit in the game as well. All right. And from what I looked at, hey man, he did not even change anything as far as formations, as far as play calling. He still threw the ball outside and quick. That's what Dak been doing all year. Okay. Then he also didn't run the ball enough. I thought for sure, I said it, before the game started, that we ought to see a change in philosophy a little bit, just to protect your quarterback, because he's just coming in. And the very first drive, I knew we was in trouble on the very first drive. The only thing that they did, they made up. They came out. The only adjustment that he thought of was that he put Cooper Rush in the pistol formation. Dak did the shotgun, Cooper Rush did the pistol. In other words, Dak lined up just a little bit further backwards. They laying him up. And I'd be dang, the first thing, Cooper Rush fumbled the ball. I mean, I said, oh man, this is ridiculous. We can't even catch the ball now. Hey, Coach Marv, I see. This is what I see. I see. Now, guess what? Check it out. He fumbled the ball immediately. Fortunately, he falls on it. And then second down came. Pistol. Third down come. Pistol. So you gonna sit and tell me, man, because in order for us to run, you would have to establish your line, get them going forward instead of going backwards. So when Dak is in, shotgun, first down. When Dak is in, shotgun, second down. When Dak was playing, third down, shotgun. Cooper Rush playing, pistol, first down, second down, pistol, third down, Cooper Rush, pistol. What has changed? No running. No nothing. I thought for sure that we would have the offensive line go forward to try to establish it. Now, to prove my point on that, it worked because when I looked at the team stats, some of this was in garbage time, of course, but again, Rico played pretty well as far as I'm concerned. The little time he got the ball, 12 attempts. See, that's the problem right there. 12 attempts. 53 yards with an average of 4.4 yards a carry. Guess what? You can play football like that. You can play football. Hello. So you gonna tell me that between Cooper Rush and Trey Lance, of course the score got out of hand, but 29 times total for passing and 18, 21. 29 to 21, I give CeeDee Lamb on a little jet sweep. That's 22. It ain't balanced. We was running late just to try to knock the time off the clock. Keep them from scoring 50 points on us. Ladies and gentlemen, what you saw, just to sum it all up, because it really ain't nothing to talk about, but all we're going to do is complain. And I see the Eagles fan. I see my brother Dylan in. I see him. Really, it was just a scrimmage game. That's all it was. It was just a scrimmage game yesterday. It was just like during the fall, the off season when the teams go, two teams get together and practice against each other. That's all it was. It was hard, but man, we got too many good players, even with the injuries, to come out looking like that. Now, I will, however, give the defense some credit because they held in as long as they could. They did. They held in as long as it actually was a pretty good game. Halftime, the game was not out of hand at all. We was fine. The game was not out of hand. We were still playing, we were playing good football. Defense was playing great. Overshawn was flying everywhere. Overshawn, we couldn't miss him at all. Michael Parsons came back. Michael Parsons was a difference, made a few plays, sack, strip fumble, and all that. We did. Defense played well. But you can't have 5 turnovers, man. Everybody. And the funny part is, to Cooper's credit, Cooper didn't have an interception. With that, that's the only thing that he did not do. He did not throw an interception. All these fumbles. Zeke Elliott, all this crying he done, all this, you know what I'm saying? All this crying and moaning and groaning and just talking to everybody and coming to work late. He got to get suspended for a game because he don't make it on time. You know what I'm saying? All this going on. His lip poked out. His jaws big. He still got them baby jaws. He then he get the ball in the critical point, best drive of the day. Then he fumbles. I mean, you can't make this up, y'all. I wanted to tell Zeke. Now, y'all, you know, all you Zeke fans, God bless you. I'm a Zeke fan too. But y'all know on my show, I tell the truth. When I saw Zeke fumble the ball, man, I said to myself, man, if you don't get your hungry Jack biscuit eating tail on the sideline, man, all this crying you been doing, man, get your ribeye steak jaw tail on and sit down somewhere, man. You ain't get no ball no more. All this crying and all that. Remember, y'all, last year, Hunter Lemke fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line, if y'all remember, against Miami last year. He didn't get the ball no more. He didn't get the ball no more. That's why I tell you about Zeke, man. You look, Zeke. I just said, man, this as bad as this team need a touchdown. As bad as we need a touchdown, we can't even score. Our MVP this year, you can just go ahead and give him the MVP award this year for our team. Is Brandon Aubrey. No doubt about it. Brandon Aubrey leads his team in scoring. That's how bad it is. Brandon Aubrey is solid. Brandon Aubrey will probably be the only Pro Bowler on this team. He might be the only All-Pro this year that's on this team, and deservingly so. Our kicker. The best player on this team this year is Brandon Aubrey. I have no complaints about him because he got to score, because now we'll get shut out. Everything is so hard. So hard. It's so hard for us. It is. We can't, when we're doing right, you're almost anticipating the wrong to come. And good old Zeke. Good old Zeke. Doing all this why crying, all that kind of stuff. Look, I almost want to send them a pacifier. So that's what babies do. That's what they need. Get them a pacifier. Get you the ball. Everybody say, we inside the 10-yard line. We inside the 10-yard line and in. Let's get the ball to Zeke. He's physical. This is the role that he could play. This is what he could do. This is what he should excel. This is what Zeke is. This is why we brought him here. As soon as he get the ball. We talking about a very good running back for his career. We know that. He got too many stats to prove that. So it is what it is. So he's doing that. Now we got this. Now let me go to somebody else. See, when we playing a game and we're struggling and we got a bag up quarterback in, ladies and gentlemen, your stars have to be stars. Your stars cannot afford to play like third string players. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Your stars, when the time comes for you to make a play, your stars have to make a play. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why you're doing it. Cooper Rush stepped outside the pocket. Did it well. He slid to his right. He saw what he was supposed to see. CeeDee Lamb got open. CeeDee Lamb, it was almost like the Follies. It was almost like a bad cartoon. The ball go right this way. He's still looking for it. Because he want to say the sun in his eyes. Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask y'all this question? Is this CeeDee Lamb's rookie year? Because it's not his rookie year, we all know that question. Since it's not his rookie year, that means CeeDee Lamb has played day games, afternoon games, and night games in that stadium. I've been to that stadium 3 times. I've seen it. I've been there at a Monday night game, and I've been there on a Sunday. Listen to me, y'all. I've seen where the sun come in. And I've seen where the Dallas Cowboys at some point had to play both sides. They had to play both sides, which means there'll be some quarters where the sun come in your face. And then there'll be some quarters where the sun does not be in your face because you just switched up. That's all. Which means this man done caught balls with the sun in his face before. Now all of a sudden, now we got to make special provisions now because everybody either crying on this team or everybody making excuses. So I got the solution for CeeDee. Somebody all I need is I know I'll get the star address today. I mean later on tonight, and I'm gonna FedEx him some sunglasses since that's what he needs. Good Lord, good Lord, man. Get you some goddamn sunglasses then, since the sun in your eyes, let's help you, CeeDee. Everybody need help now. Get him some sunglasses so he can catch the ball. See a lot of y'all, I understand. A lot of y'all are diehard. Y'all want to tell the truth. I get it. I understand. We don't talk about my Cowboys. They are my Cowboys too. They're my Cowboys too. And I reserve the right to talk about them when they play like trash. Yesterday was trash. Now we all we need is sunglasses. We need sunglasses now for CeeDee. Get him some Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder sunglasses out there so he can catch the goddamn football. I mean, I don't want no more excuses because you got to play in Dallas. The Houston Texans coming to town. Okay? It's going to be a daylight game, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right about that? Let me look. Let me look. Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's Monday night. So we ain't got to worry about the sun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a Monday night game. Okay? So we ain't got to worry about that. But for future references, get him some sunglasses for the 12 o'clock game. Or the 3 o'clock game. It's not a Sunday night game. We're playing the Houston Texans on Monday night, 7:15. Okay, so the need for sunglasses is not needed for that. Okay, so we don't need it. The sun to be down. I guess maybe now he'll complain that the lights of the stadium might get in his eyes now. I mean, good Lord. I got Zeke fumbling. I got CeeDee with an easy touchdown. Now he can't see. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You just can't. When it rains, it pours. It does. And at this point, because he's played there. Listen, if he got a problem with the lights, get your let me see. Let me get a good check right here. Get your urban new edition looking tail out there early before the game starts. And don't practice on the side where the sun not popping in. Practice just on the side where the sun is. Catch the ball. Look directly into the sun. That's what I say. Quarterback throw the ball where he got to look into that window there and catch the football where his eyes got to hit the sun. Do that from now on. Utterly ridiculous. That's 14 points. Easy point. CeeDee had an easy touchdown. I'm not going to say that Ezekiel Elliott we would have scored then because when he got hit, he fumbled the ball right about, about the 6 yard line or maybe the 5. So it ain't no guarantee we would have been in. But CeeDee's was an easy touchdown. See what I'm saying? So I got a real problem. CD only had, as I told you guys yesterday. Yeah, Terry. Get your looking like new edition. Get them Borettes out your head. Let me stop. Let me stop. See, this is why I ain't go live yesterday, because see, I would have been highly, I would have been insulting the brothers, but I can't help it right now. It's sad. It really is. CD, as I told you before, I told you his numbers gonna go down for the rest of the year. If you play fantasy football, he's not gonna have. I think he had 6 catches for 21 yards. Am I right about that? Let me look again. CD had 6 catches for 21 yards. Well, we know he ain't had no yards because Cooper Rush only threw for Cooper Rush only threw for 45 yards. I mean, and Lance only threw for 21. Lance is okay. 4 for 6, 21 yards. He didn't have a 2 yard per average for attempt. Trey Lance had for 3.5. I mean, it's improving. Yeah, that's what he had. That's what he had there. Take all, everybody want to be cute and raw and all that kind of stuff. Man, take them chains off, man. You done spent some real good money on there. Just good Lord. Come on now. See, somebody got to get in the dirt now. This is the time when you got to get in the dirt. You got to get physical, and we ain't got it, y'all. I don't know how many weeks I got to keep saying it. McCarthy does not call the right type of game, especially, with all the injuries and losses that we have. It's common sense the way we need to play. He just won't do it. He gonna do it his way, and he gonna do it his way and get a FedEx sticker, and they're gonna put it on his backside and say, hey man, go on up there back to Green Bay where they got a street named after you, and that that ranch or whatever you got out there and all that land in Green Bay, go on back out there, man, because you just, and in his era, forget this year, let's go back to the last couple years. It's been the last 3-4 years. I've always said it, and again, I'm proving right again. What have I always said, everybody? Since most of y'all been following me for a while. Cowboys either win spectacularly or lose spectacularly. It's never no middle ground. The middle ground is rare. The game we lost against Atlanta, that's rare. Where a game actually goes down to one possession and all that. The Cowboys either blow people out or we get blowed out. Here we are again. We get destroyed again. And the era of Mike McCarthy is the same. That's why I say nothing has changed. Whenever we play physical football teams and teams that are real good, we get destroyed. They ain't just started this year. It was like this last year. Even in the 12-5 years, 3 straight, those 5 losses, most of those games, we got ran on for 200 plus yards. We got destroyed. And this is what we see. It never fails. It never fails. It never fails. It's like we don't show up. Man, I don't know if y'all saw it or not. And I caught a little bit of it, and I understand that the talent level and the rosters are different. But man, look, I watched the Carolina Panthers and the Giants play a great football game early in the morning over there in London. And the effort that those guys were playing with, and I understand they just about tip for tap for, but I'm just saying, we fold up quick. I'm saying we fold up so fast that it's over. I mean, and watch. This is even with Dak playing. I'm just saying the same thing because a lot of those blowouts is with Dak. If we go down 14 or 13, I mean, I can almost say it's ball game. I was on yesterday. I'm just gonna show you. I was on Boss Cowboy and Coach Marv. I think he's still in here, and Amp on a watch party. And when we went down 14-3, and that was in the first half, my comment was, "That's ball game. See you next week." Because I already knew we weren't scoring no two touchdowns to tie the game. Well, y'all know we weren't gonna do that. I mean, I'm almost convinced. We can't score. We can't score. We can't. And so I'm just like all of y'all. Most of y'all already done packed the bags, and y'all are now officially on the Dallas Cowboys scouting team, scouting department, because y'all are already in the draft. I ain't quite there yet. I ain't saying that because we got a chance for the season or playoffs. No, I'm not saying that at all. It's just that I'm still evaluating guys on this team that are really playing for jobs next year to stay on this team. That's what I'm doing. I'm not saying I don't anticipate. I'm gonna tell you how bad it is, y'all. A couple of weeks ago, this is why Dak was playing. I told y'all at the beginning of the year, everything I said kind of came true. I told y'all that right about them first 8 weeks was really the toughest part. Okay. But the rest of the schedule was gonna be real rough too. And now that, especially that you got some guys that's not gonna be playing this year, it really gets rough. But even when Dak was playing, the Vegas only had us favored against 2 teams the rest of the year. This was 2 weeks ago against the Giants on Thanksgiving, and then they had us favored against Carolina when we go play them in Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and say this now. I don't know. I don't even know about that no more. I don't know about that. I don't know if we're going to be favored in any game. Then that was with Dak. Now Dak is gone. Now you got Cooper Rush or Trey Lance is going to be starting. And nobody for the favor the Dallas Cowboys win. I'm possibly telling y'all, especially the way that we look now, we look like a pickup sandlot football team. That's what we look like. We look like pure, it ain't even preseason. We don't even look like preseason, man. We look like a middle school Atari ColecoVision football team. Y'all see, some of y'all too young. Y'all too young. Y'all too young. I just said something crazy. I ain't say Xbox or PlayStation. I went to ColecoVision. I just showed my age. Atari. Yeah, that we look like a sandlot draw plays in the dirt football team. That's what we look like. What film are you watching to come up with these plays that we doing? I could call better plays than this. I know I could. Huh? It's ridiculous. That type of showing, we play with no heart. We play with no fire. DeMar and Overshawn making plays all over the field. The man get up and he just celebrating by himself. Ain't nobody come over there and congratulate him. Nobody jump on him and fire him up. No, nobody. Where's the joy? Where's the joy? You know, when people make defensive plays or offensive plays, you know, the team, you know, celebrates together. It ain't no fire on the team. Nothing. You ain't seen Ezekiel Elliott do this year. You ain't seen that. You ain't seen that. And you know, he done made a couple first downs this year. You ain't seen him feed me. CeeDee Lamb, soon as Dak left, he don't even want to celebrate no more. CeeDee Lamb catch a couple balls. He just lay down on the ground. He had one first down and caught on the ground. He just did this on the ground. No fire. He just did this. Like he made the little first down. He no joy. It's no fire nowhere. You can see it. If you don't believe me, watch the 22, all 22. Watch how Overshawn making plays. Making great plays. Man, get up stomping all by himself. Just hype as he could be. Glad to be out there. And you don't see another Cowboy in the picture at all. Everybody in the huddle, Overshawn just celebrate. He hype. Rose, will Tank be back this season? If he's not right, he's kind of like Bland, Rose. I told everybody, when you start talking about foot injuries, I don't care what they put on you. If they say it's an 8-week thing, you might as well throw another 2 weeks on it, because the foot is tricky. You ain't really tested it really. Like real football. And then now once you do it a couple days, you gotta see if any soreness come back, and if your foot is sore and you got a limp going, you shouldn't play. That's why Bland ain't playing. At least he ain't back yet. And he's supposed to be back 2 weeks ago. Exactly, Demetrius. Oh, you're right. Church God in Christ lit this city up. It's more joy. Yes, sir. I got more joy chewing bubble gum right now. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, sad, man. It's sad. It's really, this is where we are. The coaches ain't helping out at all. Just horrible play calls. It's ridiculous. I see all y'all comments. Let me finally get to this comment that JD put up here. What's going on? He said, y'all see it right there. I'm going to break this down. He said, we need a complete rebuild from top to bottom. Let's just stop right there, because this is the rest of the show. Well, you ain't going to get no rebuild from the top. We already know that. Shit. Jerry Jones ain't going nowhere. Stephen Jones is not going anywhere. There's the real problem right there. They are the ones that put this team out here. They are the ones that skip past free agency. They are the ones that let all the depth go and didn't really replace it with no depth. They're the problem. They're not going to do anything. You knew they weren't going to do anything this year because they wanted to keep all the money. All the money that they got stacked in over $20 million. And they were going to let that roll over the next season on top of the probably the increase in the salary cap next year. And you got a whole bunch of money for next year. Now, they weren't anticipating, however, that the Cowboys would be 3-6 by now. They weren't anticipating that. They probably weren't thinking that. They knew what Philadelphia was doing in the offseason. They saw Philadelphia pick up Saquon. They saw all that. They saw what Washington was doing. They saw what Kansas City was adding. They had a chance to get Derrick Henry at the beginning of the year. The man practically begged to come to Dallas. They didn't even make the phone call. They knew it. No, we rather do it by committee, is what they said. Why would we pay one guy this when we can pay the same price and get 3? Y'all heard all that. This is their philosophy. They said that. They let Derrick Henry go. They didn't even make the phone call. We don't know if we would have got him or not. You didn't have the decency to even pick up the phone call. The man want to play in Dallas. He's a Dallas Cowboy fan. Got a house in Dallas, 10 minutes away from the practice facility. Good Lord, what the man wanted to play in Dallas. Y'all say, no, we ain't gonna. No, we should have kept Pollard if we gonna pay Henry. And Pollard, Derrick Henry is almost over 30, and he can't be. He gonna go down. Oh, okay. See how this turning out right now, right? See? Yeah. We free agency passed by. Everybody was hype about some of y'all were hype about DeAndre Hopkins. You know, just show you how crazy it is. DeAndre Hopkins go to Kansas City for a 5th round pick. The Dallas Cowboys go get Mingo and had to give up a 4th round pick. Ladies and gentlemen, who's better? DeAndre Hopkins or Jonathan Mingo? Mingo, who was the 5th wide receiver on the Carolina Panthers depth chart. DeAndre Hopkins is a Hall of Fame wide receiver. He went for a 5th round pick, and the Cowboys paid a 4th round pick for a 5th depth chart wide receiver. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't. You can't make this up. This is what the front office is doing. See? But it's called Kid Cowboy. See, you can say that, but it's called trying to win the Super Bowl. And the Kansas City Chiefs are saying, we're going to make a Super Bowl move. This year's Super Bowl, not next year. This year's Super Bowl. And this year's Super Bowl, we get a DeAndre Hopkins. We're going to have a better chance to go to this year's Super Bowl. We ain't worried about next year. Well, again, 1 year. 1 year, this year. Can you help us win the Super Bowl this year? Tom Brady, 60 years old, go to Tampa Bay, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers said, man, we don't care nothing about next year and next year. We worried about this year. So we're going to go all in. We're going to get Brady what he want. We're going to go get him Gronkowski. We're going to go get him anything that he want because we want to win this year's Super Bowl. We don't care how old he is. We don't care if we do 1 year contracts. We're going to sacrifice it all for this year. The Super Bowl is in our stadium. We want to be in the Super Bowl in our own stadium, and we want to win it. What Tampa Bay do? They won the Super Bowl. They got what they wanted because they were on a year-to-year basis with Brady. Brady is dang near, 44, 45, 46 years old. Give me a break. See, y'all worried about trying to do there ain't no dynasty. The only dynasties in Kansas City. Please, stop it. Y'all worried about the draft and develop. Where has that gotten us? Where has it got us? Oh, okay. Okay. Let me stop. Draft and development has gotten us a few things. In fairness, it has produced a lot of Pro Bowl players. It has produced a lot of All-Pro players. It has. We got to be fair. That they just can't cross over. See, the problem to me, y'all, has never been drafting. It's never been scouting. It's never been that. Because the real truth of the matter is, if you really want to be tell the truth, the general manager's job is to get the best players and put the best players on the field. Based off that, and based off all the All-Pro and Pro Bowl selections, please don't let me start calling out names, just in case y'all done forgot. Jerry Jones actually has done the job. That ain't never been the problem. The Cowboys, it won't be this year, the Cowboys just about send more Pro Bowlers to the Pro Bowl than any other team. Let's go down the list, because see, y'all don't understand, because see, somebody gonna argue with me, and I'm just telling you, it's the general manager's job to bring the best players on the team. Okay, let's go back. Okay, not this year. Let's go Tyron Smith, All-Pro, Pro Bowl. Tyler Smith, All-Pro, Pro Bowl. I'm just going by the last couple of years line. Tyler Biadasz, Pro Bowl center. Zach Martin, Pro Bowl guard, all pro. Terrence Steele has not been one, but that's 4 out of 5 linemen, y'all. 4 out of 5 Pro Bowlers. Dak Prescott, that's 5. All pro, Pro Bowl quarterback. Tony Pollard, Pro Bowl running back. CeeDee Lamb, all pro, Pro Bowl quarterback. Dalton Schultz, Pro Bowl tight end when he was with us. I mean, I'm just going, the job of a general manager is get the best players. I'm calling out Pro Bowl and all pro players. Who am I missing? I'm just talking about the 12, just doing the Mike McCarthy era. Jake Ferguson, Pro Bowl player. I mean, where am I at? 8 or 9? Good Lord. Kevontae Turpin, Pro Bowl kick returner. All pro kick returner at that too. Your punter, Pro Bowl kicker. I mean, Pro Bowl kicker and punter. My God, that's 10. I said the general manager's job is to pick the best players. I just called out 10 or 11. I ain't got to the defense yet. Y'all. I'm just going on offense and special teams right now. I know I'm missing somebody on offense. Maybe that's it. Defense, Diggs, Bland, D-Law, Micah Parsons. Come on. See, I'm finna mess you up. Do y'all remember this? Van Der Esch, rookie year, first team All-Pro. So y'all forgot about that. So when you and I know I'm missing somebody else. I know I am. But I just named off about 15 players? Well, Sam ain't never been to the Pro Bowl, Rose. I'm just going strictly Pro Bowl or they made an all-pro team. Sam is good, but he really ain't been on the field enough. What's the safety? Curse didn't make a Pro Bowl, but my God, he should have been in there, but I ain't gonna throw him in. Curse played well for us. I mean, you see what I'm saying? So when you can't kill Jerry because Jerry has done the job there, okay? Now watch this. So if that's the case, if he's done his job as a general manager putting the team there, where's the problem then? The problem is it starts right after the draft. And they go to training camp. Because who is your coach? Because see, that's where it all goes down. That's where it all goes down. It starts right there and it goes, phew. Appreciate your time. Thank again, everybody that served in the military. Happy Veterans Day, especially to all my former Army brothers and sisters. Not knocking the Marine Corps, Navy, and Air Force, but there's a brotherhood. I'm quite sure if you was a Marine, you'll be saying the same thing I'm saying, highlighting your branch of service. But I'm from the Army, so again, okay, let me stop. Anyway, that's where it starts, y'all. When they implement their system, it ain't the right system. It's not. You drafted all these linemen to make them pass protect, because that's all Dak does. Throw the ball. That's all he does. You tried to do it. You come Cooper Rush. All you did is try to throw the ball again. I'm trying to figure out when you drafted these guys. Everybody loved BB. Everybody loved BB because you saw the film where he was at Kansas State and just mauled people and just knock them out the pitcher and all that kind of stuff. But in Dallas, all he doing is calling pass plays where BB got to back up. I mean, that's not his strength. I thought the coach is supposed to put the players where they can use their strength. BB is a mauler. Go forward, hit people. Tyler Guyton, hit people. Tyler Smith, go forward, hit people. Terrence Steele hit people because it's obvious he can't block nobody passing. Zach Martin has always been a mauler. When are we gonna use the strength? That's why I say it starts with the coach. Yes, he did, Terry. Jaylen Smith made a Pro Bowl in his career. You know, I'm see. So it's not, you know, there are some things that are Jerry's fault, but then there are some things that is not his fault. He has produced players. He's produced players now. They have, and you can't deny it. They have. It started with the coaching, though. Now, let me go to defense now, because I already spent much time on offense. Let me talk defense yesterday. I get it. And they played well. They played well in the first half. They did. Defense played well. I believe it was a one-score game. You know, that's all you can ask for. And it worked. It was working. However, if you notice what the game plan was to make Jalen Hurts uncomfortable. So they blitzed him a lot. Now, when you blitz a lot, then you're going to give up something because you did blitz. So when we blitzed nonstop, and we did rattle Jalen Hurts enough to where they couldn't really get into serious rhythm. But what you sacrificed was to go one-on-one. That's what you sacrifice when you blitz. And I'd be dang. How many times do Zimmer want Carson to get destroyed? I mean, how many times do you want to see him did Carson make a play at all? I mean, how many times do you want to see him get ate alive before you realize, okay, this ain't gonna work? Let me, we're gonna still go one-on-one, but we're gonna have to wherever Carson is, we're gonna have to shade the safety over there to get him some help because he can't cover nobody. That was the sacrifice. Yes, Overshown got in. Yes, Michael Parsons got in. And yes, we touched them up. Yes, we forced a turnover. But what happens when you don't get them? That's all Jalen Hurts was looking at. He wasn't even going. They were taking turns. They'll line Devontae Smith on him one time, then they'll put AJ on him the next time. And every time he went over there, it's either it was going to be completed pass or defensive holding or pass interference. Did he make a play? Just one play. And he did not make the adjustment. That's the part I couldn't understand about Zimmer. I like the game plan. You can't go to zone on him. I mean, we ain't going to be able to get nobody in with four. Rushing only four guys. I like the game plan. But after a certain couple times that you get burnt, you got to change it. That's the only part I like. And he showed up, of course, in the third quarter when the floodgates popped open. Of course, since we had all them turnovers with the fumbles and all that type of stuff, then I understand. You can only get so much from this defense before they fold. It's the offense fault. I mean, 5 turnovers. Good God. I mean, we put our defense in, but you can't hold the Philadelphia Eagle offense like that. You can't do it. You can't get them all these extra possessions. They're going to get you. That's all that happened. So I really can't blame the defense. But I'm saying I saw Carson just get ate alive. Then I got this question. Okay, you see Carson getting beat. Why didn't you just sit Carson down? Get somebody else in there. Get somebody else in there. Why we got to keep rolling with Carson? It just didn't make any sense to me. Is Law in here? Law, you in here, man? I don't know if you in here or not. If you are in here, I ain't see you. I saw Chris come in saying Law Nation. Is Law Nation in here? Is my brother with me tonight? I don't know. Chris, is Law in here? But anyway, y'all. Just a horrible display of football yesterday. That's just the bottom line. It ain't no sense of me even looking at X's and O's because it was, I mean, we can't get the snap right without fumbling the ball, and running backs fumbling the ball, and receivers fumbling. I mean, and the Cowboys see one of these teams and get blowed out again. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go on and tell you now. We got a very hungry, physical football team that plays at Donovan Wilson. Well, we know he can't cover. And you went one-on-one with him. See, the secondary was there, and we ain't got those type of players. Oh, okay. What's up, Chris? Oh, okay. I got you. I see. If Bland is there and if Bland is Bland, then you can run that defense. I got a better, Bland is better than Carson. You see what I'm saying? I get that. You can't do that type of it did work for a half. It did work for a half. It worked for one half. But Carson was just getting beat nonstop, and they was targeting him. If Carson is not making the play, get his butt out of there. I mean, I got Izzy, I got 27, number 27, whatever his name is. Get somebody in there that can perhaps make a play. It don't make any sense to keep him out there and he getting his brains kicked in. It just don't make any sense. Not to me. They targeted him the whole game, and he did not make a play. One play. No, the ball was coming to him. Missing tackles and everything. He was horrible. So that part I didn't understand from Zimmer. I like the game plan because you got to roll the dice when you missing a whole bunch of guys. When you can't rush the passer with 4 people, you got to change it up. You got to blitz maybe 5, even 6 or whatever. You got to do that. So I understood what he was trying to do. He was trying to rattle Jalen Hurts up, and he did. He did. But the trade-off is now you got one-on-one on the backside, and just like Robert King just said, Donovan Wilson can't cover nobody. Then Carson can't cover nobody. They tried Diggs one time, and Diggs made him pay when he got the pick. So they just say, we ain't even going to go Diggs' way. We already know we can get all our yards over here. We just going to strictly go there. Because we know y'all blitzing, and we just going to throw the ball up in the air. That's what they did. Simple game plan. The defense did pretty decent against Barkley. I thought, a lot of y'all thought Barkley was going to run for 400 yards against us. Let me see what Barkley ended up with. Barkley, and then, of course, he got hurt, too. So Barkley, when he hurt his wrist, he finished with 14 carries for only 66 yards. Jaylen actually hurt us more than Barkley did. Jaylen had 7 carries for 56 yards. That's 8 yards per. So Barkley, we did well against Barkley. We did pretty good against Barkley. When he hurt his wrist, I don't think he did not come back. When he hurt his wrist on the fumble that we recovered, I believe that was Parsons that knocked the ball out, and he dove for it and kind of bent his wrist back. I don't think he, came back in. He didn't have to. The game was pretty much already over right then and there. So it's just only so much you can do when the offense can't move the ball, and then they turning it over. It's only so much that you can do. It's only so much. So really ain't nothing to talk about, y'all. It's just It's just that now you close the book on Philly, and now here come the Houston Texans. And, forgive me. Y'all know I'm a Cowboy fan. Forgive me. But I don't see no hope. I mean, I'm going to do the work because y'all come to my show and there's an expectation. I'm going to do the X and O's work. I'm going to look at Houston. I'm just going to look at this game they had last night, which they just came off a real tough game against Detroit. And they heartbroken. I mean, they look, just go to show you the difference. Yeah, I hate to compare, but I'm talking from a team standpoint. Jared Goff last night threw 5 interceptions. That's 5 turnovers. But do y'all notice the fight that Detroit had? Y'all notice that? We don't have that. We don't have that energy. We don't have that fight. We just don't. And that comes from, and we got players. Overshawn has it. Parsons just have it naturally. He's just so gifted that, he don't have to be fired up. He's just that fast and quick. He just gonna show up anyway. His talent level just gonna show up. We don't do it. All right, Christina. I guess I told y'all from now I'm gonna go to the draft and all that. I have to do this now because I got my eyes slightly there. I'll answer your question. Thanks for popping in, Christina. I've never seen you before. Appreciate you popping in though. Y'all see her question. She said, do I think that Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, would be a good head coach for us? Business-wise, yes. The Cowboys would be the talk of the town all next year if Deion came here. Y'all answer that question for her. I just want to see what y'all saying. Business-wise, it's a home run. No question. What's up, Greg? Business-wise, Christina, it's a no-brainer. Business-wise. What's up, Daryl? I see you, bro. Thanks for popping in on me. Business-wise, it's not even a discussion because the marketing would be there. The eyes would be there. The Cowboys going to get ratings anyway, but when you throw somebody like him in there, I mean, come on now. I mean, you'll get everything. They'll be the talk of the town the whole offseason, whatever. Business-wise, Deion Sanders makes plenty of sense. However, in order for Deion to come, he would come in a power position because the only way he would come is unless you draft his son. That's the only reason why he would come. Remember what the track record shows with Deion and Shedeur Sanders. He's coached them since elementary. High school, he coached them. Middle school, he coached them. High school, college, he coached them. So it only makes sense that he would coach his son on the highest level. You know? So that track record is there. However, the Dallas Cowboys are not picking. I don't know why folks be dreaming like this. The Cowboys married at the altar Dak Prescott a few weeks ago when he signed the contract. They are married to Dak Prescott for the next 4 years. And Shedeur Sanders is not going to leave Colorado to sit on the bench for the next 4 years. It's not going to happen. Shedeur Sanders would probably be better going to Carolina. Now, don't be surprised if Prime don't be in Carolina next year. Because Shedeur would end up starting day one in Carolina. Shador Sanders is not the type of football player that's going to sit and wait for 4 years. Well, some of y'all going to then say, okay, well, then just get rid of Dak. You can't. Number one, he has a no trade clause, which means he can turn down a trade. There you go with that. Now, some of you say, okay, well, just cut him and have all that dead money that you're going to have to pay for that. Do y'all realize how much money that would be? You'll be essentially paying 2 quarterbacks big time money. I think his cap hit next year if you were to release him is over $40 million. You're not going to do that. He has a no trade clause. You are married to Dak Prescott. And Shador Sanders will not sit down for no 3 years. You got 4 years. And the only reason why I say, well, actually it's 4 years. He's not going to sit down for 4 years. I'm just trying to kill the narrative about Shador coming. It's not going to happen because at some point, unless Dak is really stinking up the joint, you would have to find out in that 4th year. Well, no, you wouldn't. Because if you use a first-round draft pick, you would have that team option. So for 5 years, they can have Shador without paying him. But when are you going to play him? Because another thing, y'all know how Jerry is. There's no way in the world Jerry would sit down a $60 million player on the bench. You know that. You know that. Why y'all think Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson are still playing? Why you think it's so hard for us to get Wanye Thomas on the field? Because we paying Donovan Wilson and we paying Malik Hooker. No matter how bad they play, they're gonna play because it's politics. So to answer your question again, Christina, market-wise, oh man, the media and they would love it, but it's not gonna happen. I can see Deion in Carolina. I can see Shador Sanders in Carolina. I can see that. I'm just like Craig. If you told me about Travis Hunter, though, now we talking. Because that could actually happen. Craig already answered all that earlier. Not horrendous, just to say it in one word. Craig said, what was the play calling yesterday? It was horrible. Yeah. He would, Chris. He would let Jerry. Deion Sanders loves Jerry Jones. No, Daryl. No, Daryl. No. And please don't take it like I'm hollering at you. I didn't mean to, but you're not drafting a quarterback at all. Not in the first round. You're not drafting a quarterback in the first round. You're not. Again, you are married to Dak Prescott. You're not drafting Cam Ward. You're not drafting Shador Sanders. You're not drafting Evers from Texas. You're not drafting the kid from Georgia. You're not drafting no. You're not. You put all your stock into Dak Prescott for the next 4 years, and Dak Prescott is not sitting on the bench for nobody. Jerry ain't feeling that. Jerry is not about to let a man. Jerry is not about to let a man get paid $60 million to sit on the bench. It's not. It's just not gonna happen. I'm in agreement. I mean, I've been calling out Travis Hunter for a minute. If the Cowboys in the top 5, I'm calling out Travis Hunter. Perfect. Because I don't think Travis is going number 1 overall. I don't think he's going, it just all depends. Where are you? See, right now the Giants have the worst record in the league. Okay. If the Giants end up with the number 1 pick, they're going to get a quarterback, even though Daniel Jones is there. They'll start over. They're going to get another quarterback. I don't think they would get Travis Hunter at number 1 because you still got Daniel Jones there. And I mean, you ain't. What's the sense of having Travis Hunter? You ain't You ain't got no quarterback. So you forget that. I mean, I don't think so. I think the Jets will still win some games. They'll go down. I'm be honest with you. I don't know if the Cowboys gonna win those games. I'm serious. I don't see Cooper Rush really doing that. The Jets are gonna win some games. They will. So that'll knock them, a little bit. They'll have a top 10 pick, but they won't have a top 5 pick. Cowboys, I don't see too many wins. No, I'm serious. So that'll give us at least top 5. Might be number 2, might be number 3. I don't know. Somewhere in that area. Carolina. They're not gonna win too many more, even though they pulled one out Sunday. And when the Cowboys play Carolina, can you imagine that game? Like, how many people gonna sit out for the Cowboys that game? Because you at that point you're gonna be really, really looking toward the draft, and a win would actually hurt you. Seriously, I'm just being honest with you. So in another couple weeks, y'all, you gonna start hearing guys talking about they chest hurt because they cough too hard. Well, he's out. Because they ain't gonna really be trying to win. Green said Jacksonville had the first pick. Okay, now Jacksonville don't need a quarterback. Now we're talking Travis Hunter or whoever the best lineman will be. So I could actually see. I could see that. I believe Travis is a Florida kid anyway, if I'm not mistaken. So I could see that. They don't need a running back. They may need offensive line help. And then you gotta keep in mind this, y'all. Let's be honest. The Cowboys are not gonna have a good record this year. All right. But you got to be leaning toward, like, okay, next year, if they get healthy, this team ain't no 4-win-a-year team. You insert Dak back in it. You insert, you get another running back, obviously, or you might keep Rico or whatever. You're going to have a whole new coaching staff. Your defense lost everybody. A lot of them guys possibly going to be back. This team is not off the cliff, y'all. So you got 10 draft picks. And you're going to have a top 5 pick possibly. This team can turn it around real quick. I ain't saying Super Bowl. I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying they'll be right back. This ain't like you're going to, everybody's saying, well, you got to rebuild it. You ain't really got to ain't a lot of rebuilding got to be done. You bring it back all, Pro Bowl lineman. You bring it back an all-pro quarterback. You bring it back, come on now. You got a good tight end. CeeDee Lamb's an all-pro wide receiver. Come on now. Parsons will be here. I don't think D-Law will. You got to retool in some spots. You got an all-pro cornerback. You really got 2 of them. Bland is there. This ain't gonna be a hard retool. Huh? So, even next year, you add a few things to this thing, and even with some free agency, maybe, this team will have a chance to turn this thing around real quick, y'all. So that's why I'm saying, when I look at this year's team, and I know what's getting ready to happen, these guys, Diggs ain't going nowhere. It'll be Bland. Diggs not going nowhere there. It'll be Bland. Because Cowboys not going to even want to pay him. It won't be him. It'll be Diggs. See, y'all got to be fair to Diggs. Diggs coming off ACL, you're not quite yourself in your first year coming off of ACL. I told you guys this. We done had too much evidence around the league to prove that. So, but Bland's contract is getting ready. He's still on his rookie contract. He's gonna want to get paid. And I'm saying now, Jones fan would really fool me. I don't think, and Diggs is already locked in. I don't think that Jerry Jones is gonna pay two cornerbacks over $20 million a piece. I just don't see it. That's why it may not happen, but that's why the Travis Hunter things become more interesting. Because if you get Travis Hunter, you got him on a rookie deal for at least 5 years. And I know it's the NFL, but I just believe the way Travis Hunter can play, because he's different. You can put Travis Hunter out there now and say go lock somebody up, and I think he can do that now. He can play at Colorado on Saturdays and play for an NFL team the next day and lock somebody down. That's how good he is as a corner. He can do that now, in my view. Now, y'all may think it's different. That's on you. I'm saying he can do that now. So why not pay why not keep Diggs, get Travis Hunter, and then let Bland go, because you're not going to be able to pay him. And you got Travis Hunter on a rookie deal for 5 years. I'm just saying. It just makes sense to me. I love Bland, but the Jones family are cheap. Let's not forget who we talking about now. They're cheap. There's nowhere in the world they're going to pay two cornerbacks over $20 million a piece. This is Stephen Jones we talking about. So I ain't finna act like it. Would I do it? Yeah, I'd do it. I'd rather have two lockdown corners. I try to make this team as best as I can, the best it could be. But this Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones we talking about. So you know they're not gonna pay that. They're just not gonna do it. And DeRon Bland, guess what? Deserves his money because he has produced All-Pro, interceptions every year. Last year was a magical year for him, but everybody forget about his rookie year, where he got about 6 or 7 interceptions in his rookie year, primarily from the slot position. So, I mean, he deserves his money, and he's supposed to ask for it, and he's going to get paid. If it's not in Dallas, guess what? Somebody's going to pay Bland big time money, and he deserves it. And it just ain't going to be, say, kid Cowboy, you wrong. See right there, you said 1 year. No, it was more than 1 year. So look at his rookie year. I think he had 6 or 7 interceptions in his rookie year from the slot position. Man, please, stop it. He's produced every year. And last year, they thought they was going down. Everybody thought it was going down when Diggs got hurt. Bland came in and had just about the best year of any cornerback in the history of the NFL and the history of the Dallas Cowboys, other than Elvis and Wallace. Deion didn't even do, well, it's not fair to say that because they wouldn't throw the Deion side. I'm just saying. He's an all-pro cornerback. So, but again, the way the Jones family operate, I just don't see nowhere in the world they're going to pay for him because the price tag going to be too high. And they're not going to pay him. So why not get a Travis Hunter if he's there? If he's there. And I'm going to say this. Let me throw this in since we're talking draft now. You need to make sure that he is there if that's the guy you want, if it's Travis Hunter, because you got them 10 picks. Trade up. If you got 5, if you're at 5 and you're projecting to Hunter that he's gonna go number 4 or 3 and 4, guess what? If that's the guy you want, you got 10 picks. Trade up. I'm just saying, make it happen. Don't wait. Make it happen. If that's the guy you want, you make it happen. But let's just be honest, y'all. It's the draft. It's the first round. What do the Cowboys always do? Offensive linemen. Y'all know that. So I'm just I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And you might need one because, you know, you know, in fairness, if you're gonna have Dak here or whatever quarterback you're gonna have, you need to protect him. So Terrence Steele needs to walk. So you're gonna be in the need for a right tackle. We not sure if Zach Martin is gonna play. Okay. Zach Martin may retire. So if he retires, guess what? You may have the answer already by maybe moving BB to guard. Okay, if you move BB to his natural position at guard, guess what you're gonna need? A center. But you ain't drafting no center in the top 5. You ain't gonna do that. You're gonna get a center later on. So again, I'm saying there are gonna be some holes there. I'm saying get rid of Terrence Steele. I'm not sure about his contract off the top of my head. But if Zach Martin retires, then you would draft a guard. You would draft a guard in the top 5. You would. And that's what the Cowboys do. So, you know, we gotta let this thing play out. They're gonna let Zach Martin go out on his own terms anyway. So I'm not sure if he'll be playing. I don't know. Cowboys might want him to retire as a Cowboy and work something out, like they did all those years with Tyron Smith until they couldn't do it anymore. You know, they very well might do that. It just depends on if he wants to play or not. That's the question. So, of course, these questions won't get answered later on. And then, of course, if he leaves or he retires, then that might answer your question. Oh, no, Christine. No, Zeke got to go. Zeke can be replaced with a lot of people. Zeke ain't special no more. This ain't 2016, 17 now. Zeke could easily be. Zeke can be replaced right now just within the team that we got. Zeke ain't they need to draft running backs this year for sure. Everybody talking about that kid at Boise State. Well, the Cowboys are not going to do that. Y'all know that. They don't value the running back position. That's why they let Pollard go. That's why they didn't even call Derrick Henry. They even, you know, I mean, come on. They said we need to do running back by committee. Just by this statement right there alone shows you how much they care about the running back position. So guess what? If you talk about that kid from Boise State, even though he done said, I want to play with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm from Texas. He won't never see a uniform. Because you're not going to draft. You're not going to draft a running back in the top 5. We did that with Zeke. They didn't want to pay Zeke the time when it was his time to get paid a few years ago. Not a few years ago. I'm talking about when he got his first contract. They didn't want to pay it back then. So you're not gonna get a running back in the first round. And this kid from Boise State is a first round running back. So we, cancel that. You can get running backs. You can get running backs all day long in whatever round. That's not a hard position to fill. Now, replacing a guard and replacing a right tackle, and we're going to be talking about probably a rookie that's going to start at right tackle. If Steele is not there, and again, I'm jumping the gun because I'm talking off the top of my head, and I don't know what his contract is. I don't know if he's, are we going, and how much dead money it would count if we released them and all that type of stuff. I had to look at that. But I got a feeling we're going to draft another right tackle. And depending on Zach Martin, I know if Zach Martin retires, I know we're going to go get a guard. I mean, first round, just about. See, when you got 10 picks in the draft and you got a top 5 pick, I mean, let's just use a scenario. The Cowboys can move down in the draft. Somebody can move up to the top 5 pick. Let's just say the Cowboys got a top 5 pick. Somebody could switch up. The Cowboys would have that pick in the draft, wherever they move down to, let's just say 5 and the Cowboys move down to 9 or something like that. Well, it's going to cost them, cost more. So the Cowboys going to pick up some more extra picks. That could be in the second round. That could be in the third round, or another additional fourth round pick. Cowboys are if they get top 5, they're going to be in a real great position, since everybody want to retool, rebuild. Everybody love the draft and development thing. But you going to get your wish this year. Because the Cowboys going to have a lot of picks. If they don't do nothing, they got 10 picks right now in this coming up draft. 10. That's how you retool. That's how you retool. So, but if you can move down and pick up some more picks or whatever, hey, the Cowboys may do that as well. Seriously. I mean, they really have a chance to. They just got to pick the right group. Everybody ain't gonna make the team. You know that. If you got 10 players, 10 of them, all 10 not gonna make the team. But you better hit home runs early. Derwin says to me, I say move down. I mean, that's a good possibility, but my only thing about that, Derwin, is okay. Now you gotta think now. Y'all got me thinking right now off the top. Okay, let's be realistic. All right, let's look at the team. See, the roster when healthy and everybody's there, there's really not a lot of open spots. See what I'm saying? Right now, this roster, you can fill in, all 10 would be starting. But with everybody healthy, starting off, really where are the spots? I mean, come on with me. I don't know Terrence Steele's contract again, but I'm just gonna say he's under contract for the next 2 years or so. It all depends on it all depends on the dead money. I see you, Kid Cowboy. That's what a lot of people gonna think too. But I'm gonna come to you with that one. Let me put yours up. I'll give you a little shine because you made sense on this one. All right. Offensively, let's just go down with it. You're not gonna lead. You're not gonna get another left tackle. Guyton is there. Well, let me stop. Guyton's natural position is right tackle. Is there a left tackle in the top 5 that's projected to be top 5? You could experiment and put him back over there and go get the left tackle. But he's a rookie. Is he good? Okay, that's a bunch of ifs, but I'm just throwing it out there. But as for now, you're not drafting a left tackle first round. You're not drafting a left guard first round. You got Tyler Smith. You're not drafting a center first round. You're not drafting, if Zach Martin stays, you're not drafting a right guard. And if you're drafting a right tackle, you're not drafting, if Terrence Steele if they make the determination that Terrence Steele is going to be with the Cowboys, you're not drafting a right tackle in the first round. Okay, let's start there. I know this going to hurt you, Kid Cowboy. You're not drafting a quarterback the first round. Okay, I just named the first 5. You're not drafting a tight end first round. Maybe not even second round. Okay, so that's locked. You're not you could draft a wide receiver, but are the Jones gonna pay first wide receiver money? He won't be a number 1. He will be a number 2, because CeeDee Lamb is the number 1 wide receiver. See what I'm saying? So you can't. You're not. I mean, you could, but that kid from Arizona is special. McMillan, the wide receiver. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's special, and he going in the first round. See what I'm saying? But would you spend that in the top 5? Jones probably wouldn't. Okay, come on back, running back. Okay, you're not drafted, even though the spot is available, but you're not drafting a running back in the first round. So forget that. All right. So I just named all the offense, and I just said there's no spot that's open. I'm just giving the support why Darren would say I moved down. Okay. So your offense is, if healthy. Now again, I don't know the contract situations, but you're not drafting nobody in the first round because it ain't no spot open. They're gonna come in on the bench. You don't draft guys in the first round to sit on the bench primarily. Because the Jones family believe if we pay you, you got to play. There ain't no difference who behind you. You got to play. So we know that. Defensively, if D-Law leaves, then what Kid Cowboy says makes sense. I'm saying it. But remember, they just got Marshawn Kneeland in the second round. So y'all forgetting about people that we got that's hurt. Sam Williams is hurt. Y'all forgetting, right? Oh, y'all forgot about them too. Marshawn Kneeland just was a second round pick. They were really depending on Sam Williams this year. Okay, so it's still good to get edge rushers. You can't never have too many of those. But where's the play line? Where's the play time? You don't draft guys in the first round where they can just, spot it. No, they got the starts. Okay, so let's go. Linebacker. Of course, defensive tackle. Okay, defensive tackle is needed, but are you drafting a defensive tackle in the first round with a top 5 pick? Nope. Unless he Warren Sapp or somebody, or Aaron Donald or somebody like that. I don't think it's nobody like that. But you're not drafting a defensive tackle in the first 5 picks. You're not doing that. Unless they are Aaron Donald. That's the only way. Okay? I'm just going down the position. We need linebackers, though. But do you draft the outside? I'm just telling y'all, do you draft a linebacker with a top 5 pick? This is the way you got to be thinking, because you'll be going against the grain if you do. Because that's not what they do. I ain't talking about the Cowboys. I'm talking about most teams. Okay? All right. I just gave you that. Now, secondary. I think you can find better safeties. But are you drafting? Are you getting a top 5 pick to draft a safety? See what I'm saying, y'all? We need the help, but with the top 5 pick, you got to be sure. You see what I'm saying? So again, I just ran through it all. Like, you got to have a home run pick. And the Cowboys in the first round, I always say best player available. Usually drafting at the bottom of the first round anyway. But if you draft the top 5, you're going to have a whole list of players that's best player available. That's why I said a Travis Hunter, to me, is perfect. Perfect. Number 1, 2 for 1. 2 positions for 1. He can play wide receiver. We all see that. He can play cornerback. That's 2 for 1. And you're not going to do him like Colorado doing them right now. You're not going to play 100 snaps a game. That ain't going to happen. Kid Cowboy, you make sense. But keep in mind, Marshawn Kneeland was drafted in the second round. Everybody said to be his replacement. So the way I'm looking at it is they're going to give him every opportunity to be the starter. And then, if you're talking about the other side, well, they had Sam Williams starting. You see what I'm saying? It's real tricky. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, I think that was Derwin that said, move down. See, once you add all of it up, it kind of makes sense to move down. It does. Because when you draft people in the first round, they're usually supposed to be on the field immediately. And I'm saying it ain't that many spots for starters. It's not. There are spots for starters, but not with a top 5 pick. You ain't drafting no outside linebacker with a top 5 pick. You're not. It just don't be smart. So if we want to do some homework, because I'm gonna talk about the draft every game, because we got to start, at least in my view, start leaning that way. I'm gonna try to pull up, and maybe y'all need to pull it up, whatever publication is. We need to start looking now at the projected top 10 picks or top, first round picks. You can't put it with a team because we don't know the order yet, but we need a list of the top first round picks and see who's number 1, who's number 2, who's rated number 3, and that will kind of start slowly but surely giving us clues of where things possibly gonna go. See what I'm saying? So you're right, Chris. We need a Mike linebacker. That's a middle linebacker. But again, you're not using a top 5 pick for a middle linebacker. That just goes against the grain of drafting principles. Nobody does that. I don't even care if it's Ray Lewis there. You just don't do that. Well, again, Kid Cowboy, you're making a lot of sense now. And see, that's the first thing. And that's why when Mike McCarthy leaves, the coaching hire of the Cowboys is going to happen rather quickly, because then you got to see what those coaches, like, he got to get a whole new staff in, and then you got to ask, okay, what kind of players do you need to make your system work? See, the coach is already, that's going to be quick, whoever it's going to be. And what kind of players, so they can start formulating their draft board according to what the new coach likes, and especially if it's a Bill Belichick. See, if Belichick comes, you're not even, you better not fix your lips up to even ask him any questions. You just need to do what he say. He's got that type of cash. Hey, you don't ask Bill Belichick. You might bring in this Ben Johnson everybody talking about. You might, talk to him. But if it's Bill Belichick gonna let you know what he looking for, and these are the guys. He gonna give you the name, because Belichick already on it right now. Belichick already doing what he do. Now, I know he doing a lot of, with Peyton and Eli Manning and all that. But if you don't think Bill Belichick ain't working right now, because he know he gonna coach next year. May not be with the Cowboys, maybe somewhere else. I'm saying that type of coach, you just need to get him what he needs, because he knows how to win. Everybody else, you got to kind of figure out. Ben, a coordinator, Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, those type of guys, you get to, you got to work with them. See what I'm saying? But the coaches, that part for the Cowboys would be done rather quickly, because Cowboys got to go to work. As soon as the last game is played, Mike McCarthy will be fired the very next day. And the Cowboys will already have formulated some type of list. I'm quite sure Jerry Jones will already know what he wants and all that type of stuff. And then you got to hurry up and get him signed like that. Whoever it is. So it's a lot of stuff going to happen real quickly. But there's going to be some things universal, though. If you got a top 5 pick and you going BPA, which is best player available, if the Cowboys are, I'm saying top 5, but the way this year looking, it might be a top 2, top 3 pick. And if it's a top 2 or 3 pick, and Travis Hunter is there, it ain't no question to me. And if the Cowboys don't pick him, I will go berserk, because he, without a doubt, would be the best player available. And you know what he would bring to the table. There's some guys you automatically know. This dude is the truth. I don't want to hear nothing about, well, we need an offensive lineman. That's y'all problem now. Y'all automatically want an offensive lineman in the first round. No, you're missing out on home run hitters. My mind go back to the draft where we drafted Zeke Elliott. If you remember, remember who the other choice was. It was either Ezekiel Elliott or Jaylen Ramsey. How much you want to bet if they could do it all over again? Let me ask y'all then, we'll close out tonight. Let's go back a couple years. The Jaylen Ramsey and Ezekiel Elliott was the choice. Cowboys, of course, picked Ezekiel Elliott. If you had to do it all over again, who would you pick? Jaylen Ramsey or Ezekiel Elliott? This ought to be real interesting here. Durham said they would take Ramsey. Both of them are playing. Both of them are still playing. Zeke Elliott was all pro for years. Jaylen Ramsey, all pro for years. Jaylen Ramsey, lockdown cornerback. Zeke Elliott, at that time, considered the best running back in the league. Durham said I would have took Ramsey. I'm going to be honest with you. I would have took Ramsey. Greg says Cowboys ain't drafting Travis Hunter. You may be right. Because I've learned by dealing with the Cowboys, whatever is obvious, the Cowboys always go the opposite direction. So I ain't going to even argue with you, Greg. I mean, it's just only right if he's just sitting there at 2 or 3 and the Cowboys got the 2 or second or third pick. It's just obvious. Let me put it this way. If we drafted Travis Hunter, I don't think nobody would be mad. Seriously. And Dion would want that. Now, how much y'all know? You know that. He would be all in Jerry Jones here. That is a place where Dion you wouldn't get into arguments. He would love him to play there. Y'all answer the question real quick. Y'all still here? If you had to do it all over again, who would you pick? Those of you that are on Twitter, holler at me real quick. If you had to do it all over again, remember now, that draft, when we drafted Zeke Elliott 4th overall, the other choice was Jaylen Ramsey. They picked Zeke. Chris Neal says Zeke. Okay. I mean, you can't argue with him. I mean, he was successful. Zeke was. He said if you would have kept Ramsey. Yeah, but both of them got it in common. It's just different because the cornerback position, they demanded big money. Running back position, Zeke rewrote it. He redefined the running back market. You would have had it early though. You're right, Durham, but you would have had Diggs in his rookie year. Rose said I would have got Zeke. I mean, there's no wrong or right answer. It's because both of them produced. However, Zeke obviously because of the way he played football. He lost a few steps, and he's been that way for the last 2-3 years. Ramsey was still good, still is good, years later. Zeke, your body can only take so much. And Zeke been running the same way since he probably was in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? He was like that in high school. We done seen tapes. And then, of course, at Ohio State, they ran him into the ground at Ohio State. He's been a physical back all the time. Your body can only take so much. So in year 5 or 6, you start going down. While cornerback, however, lasts. See, that has to be factored in too. I don't know if we wasted years or not, Chris. I think that Zeke just fell into that running back age group that you just start going down. Your body can only, the list go on and on. The only person I remember that stayed the same was Barry Sanders, Emmett, Walter Payton, and Adrian Peterson. That was it. Everybody else kind of went down. Eddie George went down. Jamal Lewis, if you remember him from Baltimore, went down. Chris Johnson started going down. Arian Foster, who looked incredible, went down. Running backs just at a certain point, they just them tires can't do it no more. Them tires start getting flat. That's why they only last, especially when you've been a primary bell cow like Zeke has been. He can't stay the same way he was in 2016. There's just no way. Interesting. Terry says Ramsey, Zeke had too many off-field problems. Yeah. I thought that would just be interesting. I thought that's a good, interesting question, which is the reason why I say we won't be drafting no running back in the first round. There's no question about that. Everybody look good coming out of college. They still fresh. 21, 20, 22 years old. You still galloping around like you're in high school. But about after year 3 and 4, and that air start coming out them tires, you can't get it back. All the pounding you took. See? Especially if you're a bell cow back. You start losing a little grip. See what I'm saying? All right, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. Look, y'all hung with your boy tonight. We had a real good crowd in. I need everybody here one last time. Do me a favor. If you're on Twitter, just tap that screen. Tap it real fast. You see them blue hearts go up. Man, it'll be about 20 or 30 likes. I appreciate that. If you're on Facebook, just do what my thumb is doing here. That right there, I'm done. That'll be 20. There'll be about 25 likes there. If you're on YouTube, double tap that screen. Double tap that screen real quick. Double tap it. Give me about 20 there. You'll be done with that in about 45 seconds. Help your boy out, man. Help your boy out. I didn't even put up the Cash App today and all that type of stuff because, it's not necessary. But if you want to, I'll do it here at the end. There it is. If you want to do that, the Cash App is. You don't have to. I just appreciate you guys hanging with me. If you're on YouTube, let me throw this in because I rarely do it. If you're on YouTube, right there by that that Cash App button, that dollar sign button there, you can become a member of the Big Time Show. It'll take something out your card, whatever you want to contribute. It'll do it monthly. If it's $1, that's what it'll be. And they'll take it out of your card every month, and that's support. Whatever you want to do, you can do that. It's just a membership. I will get your information and put you in a group that's in my Facebook group. I got a group that's about 25 people or so that have supported the show financially. And so I figured that we can chat all day. I ain't trying to talk football all day because I got a job. You understand? But at least we, there everybody talks to each other. So then when we come in here, it's just it's an extended edition of the family. So again, if you want to do that, you can do that there. And man, I appreciate all you guys, man. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I'll be with you. Today is Monday. Join me sometime this week. I can't tell you exactly. Some of y'all will not be up. I've tried to incorporate a new type of show in the mornings on my way to work. So that's somewhere in between 7:15 and 7, it's probably around 7:15, 7:10 in the morning. And I was shocked, man. I'd be having 65 people live. And I'm like, dang, what in the world? I done ran up on here. So I've just kind of been doing that in the mornings sometime. I just don't think that me being away, doing it, because my next really scheduled time is Saturday at 3:00. This is just too long of a gap. So I try to implement the ride. I call it the ride. So it's in the morning time. I don't know if you guys get up, but hit that notification on your phone, a live notification, so you can catch me in the morning time. And we doing the same thing. We talking. I just be driving. I can't really look at the comments, of course, because I'm driving. I don't want it to be the last big time show. You understand? But I just incorporated on that. And I got a feeling that between now and this week, I'm going to have something to talk about on the ride, without a doubt, because Cowboys is the gift to keep on giving as we get ready now for the Houston Texans. Hopefully we can play better, put it that way. But we just stop getting embarrassed. I mean, all these blowout losses it's just really getting out of hand now. All right. Until the end, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you. Turn on those live notifications now. Turn on those live notifications for the one and the only. Who said I was entertaining? Of course I am. Woo! I'm big time. Look at that. Join me. Look at that. Smoke rising up like I'm the Undertaker. Join me again for the one and only, the Big Time Show.